Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. We're in week 1 of November 1941, and we have 8 squads on the tonnage wall. Oh, by the way, if you enjoy the content, leave a like and subscribe. If you want more Minecraft content, then let me know in the comments, and I shall do just that. Right. What do I do? I'm thinking to possibly reassign some destroyers from the UK, but at the same time, where would I put them? Do we not have... Alright, we've got one destroyer over here. Alright, let's have a look where the convoys are at. I'm seeing a bit of a problem here. And the problem is that all of the Arctic convoys here, the ones here and the ones on the African coast, seem to have the same level of traffic. We'll get quite a lot of action in the Arctic though, so I think I'll send 2 destroyers up there. Right, let's do just that. Right, let's send the... I might as well send the Jervis up this way then, just in case she does run into anything. And yeah, for now I'll put 2 destroyers in Scapa and then 3 destroyers in the UK. I don't want the UK to have any less than 3. 2 is the bare minimum, but because, well, this is the UK and it's the most heavy source of traffic, I would really want to have at least 3. Usually I play with 4, but it seems that it might be necessary to make do with 3. So I'll send the submarines across, and we'll have 1 in the Faroe Islands, 1 in the West Greenland Sea, and then wait for the destroyers to turn up and put the submarines outside the ports, I suppose. That way we can possibly catch anything coming in or out. West Greenland Sea, Allied convoy attacks by submarines, 68,170 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 1 of November 1941. So straight away off to a... Alright. Alright. We have our first engagement. Week 1 of November 1941, United Kingdom, partially sunny weather. The destroyer Defender with no damage, the destroyer Delight with medium damage, the destroyer Duncan with light damage, and the destroyer Fraser with medium damage are escorting a merchant ship large freighter and a merchant ship troop transport. And they have come under attack from the submarine U-272 in the evening. U-272 with the initiative. I'm guessing they'll have airstrikes. Oh wow, now that is actually quite surprising. Usually that doesn't happen. Well, Defender, why don't you launch an airstrike as well? Or do we not have any? No, come on, we should do. Yes, the good old depth charge bomber. And we're pretty much lined up perfectly already. Right. Well, let's make quick work of the submarine then. Dive in, and depth charge. U-272 sunk. Nice. Nice. Good. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Defender ends with no damage. The destroyer Delight ends with medium damage. The destroyer Duncan ends with light damage. And the destroyer Fraser ends with medium damage. The merchant ship Large Freighter and the merchant ship Troop Transport received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-272 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 800 renown earned. Azore Isles, sunny weather, week 1 of November 1941. The destroyer Acasta with light damage and the destroyer Vanek with no damage have come under attack at dawn from the submarine U-270. U-270 with the initiative. U-270 fires 4 torpedoes. Right, what do I want to do? I'm gonna guess... Oh, actually... It's hard to port. The only question is it flank or backwards that saves us here? Oh, it's tricky because this torpedo here is going to hit us if we don't move. But we will move. What needs to happen is the stern needs to clear this torpedo. Do you know what? I'm going to go flank, and if it's the wrong one, then it's on me. We've cleared this one, but we've put ourselves in a pretty perilous position with this one over here. It could possibly clip the bow. Hopefully it doesn't, because if it does, then that's not going to be very good for us. 4,060 yards away. Right, I have returned. Apologies for pausing the recording. I had to go and eat. I'm back now, and yeah, Vanek, you can go flank and hard to port as well. Vanek's too far away at 6,600. So now let's hold our breath and see. Just managed to click it on the bow. Right, what's been hit? A turret has been destroyed. AAA is with light damage. Right, 1/3 speed. Hard to starboard. Very quickly. Drop a torpedo in. Right. Very quick. Vanek, you can also turn in, I suppose. No harm done. Right, here comes our torpedo. Good. We will need to get the Acasta, I believe, in for repairs immediately. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Acasta received medium damage. The destroyer Vanek received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-270 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 800 renown earned. Oh no, is this what I think it is? Yeah, Rodney, could you not have stayed in repairs for a little bit longer, perhaps? seems not. Right, a caster, you need to head to a port. I'll send the caster into Gibraltar. Meanwhile, Rodney, where should we place the Rodney? Well, certainly not here. I'll send Rodney into the western approaches, not permanently, of course. Probably somewhere out here where there are where the risk from enemy aircraft is much reduced. Jevis can continue making her way up to Scupper Flow. Have we got anything in repairs? Exeter, one more time. Right. Oh, hello. United Kingdom, week 1.5, November 1941. Cloudy weather. The destroyer Defender with no damage, the destroyer Delight with medium damage, the destroyer Duncan with light damage, and the destroyer Fraser with medium damage have come under attack at noon from the German destroyer Z-30. Z-30 with the initiative. Well, let's have a look. Move all, you say? Who's the furthest away? The Duncan, the light Defender Fraser. So what we'll do is well, how far away are they? 13,000. So pretty far. But go on, let's do it. Let's go hard to starboard and let's get some shells in the air. Any air support, perhaps? No air support. Alright, fine. Well, not fine particularly, but that's how it is sometimes. As long as they don't have air support as well, I might be willing to forgive this state of affairs. Right, let's put the guns about here. The wind is strong. Open fire. Shoot. The elevation's actually not too bad. The wind is really strong though. We'll have to adjust more next time. Delight, you turn in. 22.2 is suggested. Let's do 22.2. And the adjustment will have to be a bit bigger. Let's try over here then. Shoot. Alright, so the adjustment was good, but the elevation was off this time. And it's fine, as long as you can get one of them right on the first turn, you're in business. If you can get both, then you're really quite lucky. I don't think you can, well, I don't think you can really know what elevation you need to fire unless you've, well, I guess if you have played this game for long enough, for like enough hours, and you know what sort of distance each degree is for each ship in terms of gun elevation, you probably could make a guess. But it's not a guess at that point, though, is it? If you've worked it out. So those shells are long from the Z-30. But like I was saying, if you work it out, it's not really much of a guess at that point, is it? It's more of a I worked it out, and this is the answer. Which, you know, it's better to do that than to try and work it out. 25.6 was good, but we're going to ask you to increase it by 2.3 degrees. Makes sense, doesn't it? If your elevation is good, then you need to increase it by 2.3 degrees next time. Right, so at least we know what the adjustment for the wind needs to be. It is telling me to increase it. I'll go 26.8. Shoot. That would have been a hit. Alright, let's move the Delight along then. So they're saying 22.2 was long, and drop it down to 20. Go on, I'll drop it by 1 degree. There we go. Shoot! Oh, close. Very close. Right. 15.7 was good apparently. Was it? I think it was... That looks like it was a bit short to me. Let's increase it by 1 degree. Shoot. Oh, go on. First blood to the British. Good. Good. Are they going to be turning away then or not? They are indeed. Ah. Well, how about that then? They've decided to run away. So now we only have the plots that we can really rely on. I'll go up a bit. I'll go to 27.5. And we need to do a bit more of an adjustment. Shoot. It's these small shells that get carried so much. You know, those would have been good if it wasn't for the adjustment. Then again, that's what well, that's what makes it realistic. You can have a strong wind on the sea that completely takes your shot away, and you can be in the frustrating position that your elevation was good, you worked it out pretty well, but the you didn't adjust enough for the wind, so it was all for nothing. I'll go up a tiny bit. Shoot. If I'd have stayed where I was, I probably would have got some hits then. But they're on the defensive, so you know, I'm gonna say that that's good. They're trying to run away. Well, that means we've done some damage to them. 16.7. That was 15.7. I'll go up half a degree maybe. Shoot. Alright, more hits scored. And Fraser will close in and make sure that the destroyer can't disengage. It's actually quite an important task because you can end up in a situation where, you know, you're firing at them, you're doing this, that and the other, and you know, it's looking good, you're whittling them down, you're hitting them, you're damaging them, and then they disappear, disengaged, and you're sat there thinking to yourself, oh no, what have I allowed to happen here? Shoot. Not good. You've just spent all that time and effort trying to, you know, do things to sink it, and then all of a sudden it's actually, no, they got away. Your only real hope at that point is that the ship gets scuttled, but I don't even know, would it get scuttled? Well no, if they're running away, then that clearly means they're still they're able to make above 10 knots. So clearly not being scuttled. Oh, I hate these strong winds. I actually legitimately hate them. Like, I'll be honest, I don't particularly like destroyer-on-destroyer engagements for this exact reason. You think you've done a large adjustment, you think you're there, and then that happens. Shoot. Shells get completely taken. Oh, hello. Shells get completely taken away, and it's just wasting your time. We must have damaged their rudder, I'm assuming, because they are still turning. I'm guessing if they wanted to disengage, they would have just floored it right there and there. Right, it's a big adjustment this time. Shoot! Let's see if a big adjustment is what we needed. Oh my gosh, do you know what? At this point I'm just going to fire in the opposite direction. Select the destroyer, fire in the opposite direction, and then by the time the shells reach the target, the wind will have carried them all the way round. Oh, I don't like it when that happens. Stop taking my shells, just let them go straight. Let them go straight and don't take them. should probably select the destroyer over here, yeah, and then point the guns. Hang on. Oh, you get the picture, right? Point them this way. And they shoot, and then they fly off all the way round here, and then they hit the destroyer. I mean, it wouldn't work, obviously. I was just being a little bit silly there. But you can, I suppose you can understand the frustration that that one gets when, you know, you're trying to do something and it's just nope. Shoot. Right, it's even bigger adjustment than last time. Right. So the adjustment was too big and the elevation was too low. Right, let's put the guns over here. 17.6 was good. I'll go 18.2. Shoot! No, those were short. Can we tell how far away they are? No. No, they're still trying to run. Do you know what? I'm going to turn with all these destroyers that are far away. Because I'm not scoring any hits, and it's just, well, in a way, it's wasting time, I suppose. I'll just use the destroyer that's the closest. Although I guess Delight is relatively close as well. I'll go on. I'll keep Delight and the Duncan, I guess? Yeah, the Duncan. Delight and Duncan will stay in the fight, and then everyone else can, oh, excuse me, turn and try and close the distance. Stop them from disengaging. Shoot. Nope, that's still not good enough. Right, do you know what? I'm going to turn with the other one as well. If I miss with the Duncan this time as well, I'm going to turn with everyone and just pause the recording and then actually open it up when, you know, when the time will go, I suppose. When I'll be close enough that I won't have to fire in the opposite direction to the shot, in the opposite direction that I want my shots to go. Shoot! I'll keep the Duncan in the position that she's in now, because that was a potential damage to propulsion. That was potential damage to propulsion. There we go, fixed it. Right, you missed last time, so you're also going to be turning hard a port and closing the destroyer down. And Duncan can keep firing away. We are of course quicker than them at this point, even though by default the Germans have a higher top speed. The German destroyers, I mean, even though the German destroyers have a higher top speed, when they get damaged, they will naturally slow down. Shoot. That means our undamaged destroyers can, you know, they can close the range. Pretty sure the German destroyer isn't doing 35 knots right now. I guess I could theoretically sort of work it out. By measuring how many squares we're covering and how many squares the destroyer's covering, I could get a rough estimate for the speed. But it would be a rough estimate, and also it could be completely incorrect. But I suppose it would be something. Right, so I'll turn a little bit with the Duncan, just to make sure we've got all the guns pointing all the time. I'm going to go up over 2 degrees this time, because we seem to be consistently firing short. Shoot! So I'll go up 2 degrees, hopefully the summer score hits. No, I just keep missing all the time with everyone now. Right, I'm going to pause the recording then, and I'll come back when I'll be close enough to sink the Z30, or if the Z30 decides to open up fire on us, I'll start recording then as well. Hold on tight and back in a tick. Right, as you can see, we have closed the distance very much, and I will now be attempting to, well, open fire, I guess, on the destroyer. I've got absolutely no idea what sort of elevation to use. I have no elevation information now, and there's no point referring to the plots because they, well, not exactly up to date now, are they? So it's really just a shot into the smoke screen, isn't it? I'll go down to about 17.7, let's just randomly try 17.7 and see where that takes us. Shoot! Alright, so that was really long. .25 degrees to port. Now this looks really close, so I'm going to take you all the way down to pretty much 10.5, let's go 10.5. And I won't adjust for the wind as much. Shoot! Yeah, 10.5, not bad, not bad. And I'll go on. You can turn harder starboard. Just so that we reduce the possibility of any collisions. Collisions are not good when they happen to us. When they happen to the enemy, it's fine. That actually really helps us out if they happen to the enemy. I'll go about 13 degrees here maybe. And go on. Shoot! So pretty close. Pretty close. Fraser's basically ready to board them. That's how close they are. Look, really close. Oh, and Fraser never opened up fire. No. Well, how about that? I'll... yeah, go 7-3. I don't think any adjustments are needed at this range. Shoot. Oh, that was close. Really close. No, they're still trying to run away. Yeah, but it's really rather futile at this point. I would argue it's basically futile at this point. You won't get away. You just don't have the speed to outrun us anymore. Shoot. The distance is also much smaller than before. All the destroyers are pretty close now. Well, very close actually. If we're only firing single digit degree elevation, and we're scoring hits or close to scoring hits, then I'd imagine we're probably what, 10,000 yards away, if that. Now, apparently that counted as a hit. Shoot. Still a little bit over the target. I am somewhat tempted to use torpedoes here, but at the same time, maybe not. I can't remember if 7.3 was long or short. I'm going to increase it a little bit. Shoot. Should have increased it more. Oh, here we go. Z30 has decided, you know what, enough is enough. It's time I opened fire on you guys. They've realised that if you don't shoot, you can't really win. And it's not a good thing for us, really. Shoot, because it means that they're going to be using their more powerful weapons now. And that's not good. But at least we know how far away they are. And if they're going at 3 knots, I'm somewhat minded to just say, throw caution to the wind completely and I'm going to use torpedoes, because this is just taking too long. Shoot. Oh, that's a hit. That is an actual hit. Nice. Very nice. And it's knocked out their propulsion. Now, why am I dropping it? Should I not be increasing it, perhaps? I'll go 12.9. And adjust for the wind more. Shoot. Alright, well, wasn't expecting that, but Z30 is sinking. It took us long enough, but we did it. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Defender received no damage. The destroyer Delight ends with medium damage, the destroyer Duncan ends with light damage, and the destroyer Fraser ends with medium damage. On the German side, the destroyer Z30 was sunk for 2,600 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 2,600. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 2,600 renown earned. United Kingdom. Axis bombers attacked the naval base at Liverpool and Portsmouth, causing very heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 5 turns in week 1.5 of November 1941. Right, I do believe we have... yeah, we're down to 7 squares again on the tonnage wall. Not good. I'd rather it be more than that. But we still have some room left. I'm going to pause the recording to see how long it's been going on for, and well, either we'll end it here or there'll be time for one more engagement. Right, it's been going on for 35 minutes, so I will end it here. If you enjoy the content, leave a like and subscribe. That is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. Yeah, if you enjoy the content, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know if you want any more Minecraft. I will be doing more Minecraft in the future, but if I get people asking me to do more sooner, then I'll start sooner, I guess. Thank you for watching this video. Share with anyone who you think might enjoy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.